Hello, Stephen.
Hello, Gavin. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Not too bad, not too bad. Just watched a ridiculous game of football that we need to dissect and talk about.
Sounds like a plan. Hello, listeners. Hello, viewers. You can subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram. You know, some of them you can't subscribe on. You just follow us instead, like a dirty stalker. At TUTF Football on all social media platform. And if you put TUTF into Google, our name comes up first. Ooh, yeah. Cotton.
Gavin. Where do we start, Rob?
What's our Everton?
Thanks for watching. No,
What are Everton? Well, at the minute, they're FA Cup quarter-finalists.
Yes, they are, mate. By the time this goes out, the draw would have already happened, I imagine. So, bloody hell, can't believe Everton have got. Oh,
yeah, what a draw! One. Yeah, what a draw that's been. No doubt, Manchester. Who's the lowest ranked team still in it?
Is it Sheffield United now?
It'll be City will get Sheffield United at home then, guaranteed. By the time this is already gone out.
No. Bournemouth still in.
Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, City get Bournemouth at home, guaranteed before this goes out. Yeah.
Let's say it has gone out. Let's pretend it has gone out. Oh, tough tie for Bournemouth going to the Etihad.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, crazy. Yeah. Tough tie for United as well, going away to Everton. That's we're gonna have to exercise some of the demons from the weekend's game.
That's gonna be a hard one. Who Arsenal got?
Liverpool.
Oh, well, tough one.
At home, yeah, at home in the stay at home cup. Mate, Tottenham. Let's talk about Tottenham quickly. I know we're talking about what are Everton. What are Tottenham doing? Honestly,
okay. Watch your ears then. Watch your ears. I've got this.
Oh yeah.
Or nothing.
They were on such a run. I actually forgot that I had that.
Looks like another season of nothing. This game, right, against City. This game, honestly, was. I've seen Mourinho do this at United, right? This game was. Oh, you sick of watching us play defensive football and grinding out wins? Okay, we'll play some attacking football for you. We'll play some open, expansive attacking football for you. And this is exactly what happens. You concede 4 goals and still don't win the game.
Five goals.
Four. Was it 4 before extra time? 4 before extra time. Yeah. I don't count extra time goals. Sky Bet don't, so I don't. Yeah, I mean the defending in this game from both teams was non-existent. We'll get onto Everton in a minute, but Tottenham are just. I know they rested players. Kane was on the bench, but it was almost a full strength Tottenham team. I just don't know. I honestly don't know where they. Excuse me. I don't know where they go from this now. They're 8th in the league. They're still in the Europa League, and they're in the, like you said, the final of the League Cup. But to be perfectly honest, I can't see them beating City in the League Cup final. I know stranger things have happened, but Pep will put full first team out and they'll go straight for it. I honestly don't know. And it leads leads into one of the other things I wanted to talk about is Harry Kane came on and scored.
He did.
And that goal brings him closer to Jimmy Greaves' record, etc., etc. Now, it's not just me. I think everyone's pretty clear on this now. Harry Kane is at a crossroads in his career now where he can stay at Tottenham and do what Alan Shearer did at Newcastle and become a Newcastle club legend and top goal scorer, this, that, and the other, but win nothing. Or this is it now where he needs to pull the trigger and be like, look, I'm not getting any younger. I'm hitting my prime. I need to win something, just something. Because, again, if they don't win the League Cup, what are Tottenham going to win with Kane? Like every single time we see them even like push for a title or get involved in a title, within a matter of weeks they've spursed it and they're back to like square one. So I'll tell you what, with Aguero not getting any younger, there's talks of City looking at strikers and looking at like say Haaland, etc. I could imagine in the summer, if Tottenham don't win anything and City win the league and want to push on, if they come in if they bid for Kane, can you see Kane going to Jose and saying, please don't sell me?
No, I can't see that happening. Wait, Harry Kane you could tell that deep down he's a winner. He's had a lot of crap in his whole career where, he's been the nearly man or he's been released or he's been chinned off. And you know what? Hats off to Tim Sherwood, because if it weren't for Tim Sherwood, we wouldn't be seeing Harry Kane. He'd be playing somewhere in, I don't know, Rotherham or, Accrington Stanley. Do you know what I mean? No, the thing is, right, we all know what Harry Kane has done and what he's achieved so far in terms of goals, caps, appearances and all that sort of stuff. But if it weren't for his little run in the Europa League, that's it, what was it, 2011-12 season? Whatever season it was. If it wasn't for that, with Tim Sherwood, we wouldn't be seeing Harry Kane. So Harry Kane, with all that doubt, all that anger that has been pent up, he wants to release it somewhere. And staying at Tottenham it's just an embarrassment to himself. What's he going to walk away with? Because every pro footballer is going to walk away with cash, but what's he genuinely going to walk away with? Because top 4 ain't a trophy, man. No, and I don't think they're going to win the League Cup final. I can't see that happening. They might do it, because it's a one-off game. But that guy, and like a vast majority of footballers, want to walk away from their career and turn around and say, yes, I won this, I won that, I've done whatever. So he has to move on. Him going to City, I swear, City, if he goes to City and City don't win the Champions League this year, they'll win it next year. 100%. Yeah.
The thing is as well, like, we're constantly being told that Kane is one of the most gifted footballers England have had. He's the best centre forward the national team has had. But again, what's there to look back on in 10 years? You got to a semi-final of a World Cup. You scored a hat-trick against... because you scored a hat-trick against Antigua, Pina Colada in the group stage. Like...
I get to my Panama family. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, and do you know what I mean? And it's like, and then like, so what trophies did you get? What's up? Well, we nearly won the league. We got to a League Cup final. We finished above Arsenal for like 2 seasons running for the first time in like 10 years. Like,
and the rest.
And what? Yeah, exactly.
It'd be 3 seasons. It'd be the first time. Well, the first time they did it was the first time since 1995.
Yeah, but he's not going to care about that in 10 years' time when he looks back on his career. No way. No way.
Of course not. But like,
honestly, for him to be looked back on as a great, he needs to win something, man. He needs to win something. And I just don't see being at this Tottenham team is where he's going to win something.
Thing is, we bang on and say, oh yeah, City will buy him, City will buy him. Do you know what? Part of me thinks that they actually won't. City like to spend a lot of money on a lot of different things rather than put all their money in one bag and be like, right, okay, there's 100 million, here's 150 million, blah, blah, blah. Because even through COVID and all that sort of stuff, I can't see Harry Kane leaving for any less than 150.
Well, I mean, I do know another team from that part of the country that like to spend obscene amounts on English players that would maybe be thinking of bringing him in as well.
Bury a defunct, mate. So what are you on about?
I'm talking about Salford, mate. Salford.
Oh, of course, yeah. They've got cash.
They've got money now. They've got money now. Yeah.
No, but like, I don't think City will spend the money. I really don't, because like people are always on their back about financial fair play and all that sort of stuff. And in a season, once again, like how things have been in the world, I don't think they'll find a way of being able to skirt around the fact of spending all that money without any outlay. Do you know what I mean? Like, who are they going to get rid of to balance the books?
Part exchange. They can part exchange. Yep.
Well, that's a shout, actually. I'll tell you what. Give them Mahrez and Jesus, because Mahrez has been not out of form. Every time he plays, he's been brilliant, but he's out of favour, isn't he? I don't think Pep really likes him, and I think how long's left in his contract? I don't think he's got that long left. I think he's only got about 18 months or something like that. So use that as a bartering tool. I can't think of a Spurs fan that wouldn't take those 2 players and 70 mil.
You reckon 2 players and that amount of money? No way.
Got to. This is Daniel Levy that's in charge.
But how long How long's Kane got left on his contract?
I think he's got a bit of time. I think he's got a bit of time left. I think was it 2024?
But for all we know, there might be a clause in his contract where he can just say, look, if so and so comes in for me, or if these expectations,
big club release clause.
Well, not even just that. Like expectations, like look, if we don't reach the final of the Champions League, or we don't do this, we don't do that, then I want to go.
2024 is contract, by the way.
Oh, okay. I still don't think if he puts in a transfer request or he genuinely just has enough of the whole situation, I can't. And do you know what? While Jose's there, the minute you fall out with him, if he went to Jose and said, "I want to hand in a transfer request," or "I'm thinking about leaving," that's it. It's untenable. Like you wouldn't be able to just stick around for another year or two. Like that. That is it. So yeah, I think Spurs are in a bit of a, I wouldn't say transitional period. I think they're in a bit of a sticky patch that they need to somehow find their way out of. I mean, who have they got next? Haven't they got a real tough game? Isn't their next game really tough?
They got City.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
I was talking to Buck earlier on today, Stephen Buck, part of the show, family show, about the Bale situation, because I honestly thought that Bale going to Spurs was going to, I didn't think it was going to have much of an impact on the pitch. I really didn't, but I thought it was going to be quite an influence off it. I mean, and we're talking about it earlier on today. Like when Harry Kane's on the bench, which isn't very often, but when he's on the bench, he's involved, isn't he? He wants to he wants to keep warm. He wants to, help bark orders and help his teammates out and stuff. Like Bale's just like sitting there chilling on his phone.
He don't care.
And just,
but I can't feel sorry for Tottenham or Bale in this situation. Like he literally didn't play at Madrid for like 2 years because of his attitude. You knew before signing him all the banter about him being on the golf course rather than on the football pitch. Him sitting on the sideline snickering when Real Madrid are losing. Like you knew what you were getting. And I know I'm always like the pessimistic person, but when they announced this deal, I was literally like, what are you doing? As a club that are notorious for not wasting money, like, I don't know how much the loan fee was, but you're paying some of his wages. I know that.
Yeah,
and some of the wages.
They're paying 50%. The only way they could have got the deal done was if they agreed to 50%. So
and that's
he
still
is
astronomical.
on 300K
a
week.
Yeah.
So what this doesn't set a good precedent for anyone else. Like when they're asking about Kane, how much is Kane on? Like Kane was the top earner. I think he's only on about 150 though. I say only. I'll take 150 grand a week.
Yeah.
But when you are getting a mercenary come in and demand like double, what the best player is on, then nah, man, I'm not having it. And
I think
you've got Dele Alli who's on. He's going to be on good cash, because I honestly think that Dele Alli is the third best player at Tottenham. Ability-wise, Kane, Son, Ali. Ali is the third best player. Whether his form says it or not, or his attitude says it or not, in terms of ability, he is. And I reckon that he wasn't allowed to go out on loan because Jose Mourinho would have been mugged off hard if he went somewhere else. And this is not just a PSG. This could have been anywhere. Anywhere he went, if he went somewhere else and started turning in performances and stuff, that would just make a mockery out of Jose Mourinho and Tottenham Hotspur. And I don't think either of those parties would have been happy with that at all. Even though I think like by putting in those performances, that will drive his value up. Therefore, you make more money off him when you're selling him on. That's business sense, isn't it? And that's what Daniel Levy is normally known for, being a bit tight-fisted and doing good business. He's a businessman. Well, I can't see the business happening at Spurs at the moment.
No, and do you know what? I was like, there was two deals I was really critical of when they made them. One was Bale, because I knew this was going to happen. I didn't think he was going to put in any performances. He's not even looked good when he's played for him, even when he's cup games against lesser opposition. Still didn't blow us away, did he? But yeah, and then so I didn't think that was going to pan out, and the Reguilon one as well. Now, again, they paid a fee, they're paying wages. If he has a stonking season, Madrid like, yeah, cheers, mate, we'll have him back.
Yeah.
Like, and if not, then Spurs end up having like, well, they don't have an obligation to buy him, but they could buy him and spend a lot of money on him. And I didn't think that one was going to. He's been all right, to be fair, but I just didn't think the deal was great.
No, when he's been fit, I think he's been.
Yeah, he's been all right.
He's been in the top 5, 100%. Like in terms of performances, if you look at the season as a whole for Spurs, obviously Kane, Son, Bam, done. Ndombele is up in there because Ndombele he's turned a corner.
Partially, yeah.
Nah, he's been sick for the last 3 months, 2-3 months.
Yeah, but the first few months before that, he was treading water.
True. So then, for me, as a turnaround, that's done. I would say then Reguilon as number. In fact, right. Let me flip that. Kane, Son number 1 and 2. Then Ndombele as number 4, and Reguilon as number 5. Because number 3 has to be Højbjerg.
Yeah,
he's been boss.
Although he didn't have a great game tonight.
Yeah, but you can't have a great game every week. You should.
True.
You should. Because like even Bruno Fernandes at United, do you know what I mean? He doesn't have a great game every week, but when he doesn't have a great game, he still bags a goal and assist. So different story altogether. But what about Jose though? Because he's been around. He's trying to get himself out there. He's trying to make a name for himself at Tottenham. Can you see him lasting the season?
Let
me rephrase that. Can you see him starting at Spurs next season?
Only because if I see him starting next season, I wouldn't imagine him going past the first 2 months of the season. It depends if this season finishes, if this season drops off the cliff even more so than it is now. And I know the league is tight, so that they are in 8th, but they could, do you know what I mean? But if results keep going the way they are and they end up with nothing, I think it's Jose. It might not even be a case of Levy sacking him, which he probably won't because he doesn't want to waste the money. But Jose will probably have his meltdown and just leave like he does, especially if, say, Kane does go, then I think he'd be like, right, the project I wanted to do here, clearly it doesn't work. We've just sold our best player, then I'm not having it. But again, this is all just like we're planning it. Do you know what I mean? Like this isn't going to happen. We're just theoretically.
Well,
thinking.
You never know. How many times have we gone through your Facebook, right, and you've called the future?
Apart from Phil Foden.
No, Phil Foden was on the show. So, if you want to, okay, yeah, we won't talk about it actually because then it puts to a topic to disrepute. We don't want that.
I was right at the time. But yeah. So I know you wanted United. Yeah, let's go.
But where did you want to? We'll talk about Arsenal a bit. In fact, should we talk about Arsenal now? Because then
North London. Yeah, go on then.
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah,
minding gaps and all that.
Oh yeah, all that sort of stuff. So there's a lot of chat going around in a lot of Arsenal groups and all that sort of stuff that and this is all off the back of what Paul Merson said on Sky, and he was like, right, Arsenal should not just down tools, but just put the kids out, just experiment, just try different things, mix it up a little bit, and start again next year. And then I'm also I'm seeing Arsenal fans and stuff saying, I'll tell you what, let's sack off the league completely and put our weak sides out for that, and just put all eggs in the basket of the Europa League and go out and win it because it's a trophy to win. I don't like that.
Yeah, I'm not having that. I'm not having that either. Your squad is big enough and deep enough to be attacking all fronts. Plus, with the money involved in certain place finishes in the Premier League, I don't think the club would allow. It's a nice idea. Like if in theory, or if you're playing Football Manager, then be like, right, we're not going to win the league. Let's stick the kids out. But
No,
I
because
mean,
we got sacked before that.
yeah, exactly. Because say you do that, right? Say you do that, and because don't forget, like the fan base that you see on Twitter isn't always, it's a drop in the ocean. So even if every Arsenal fan you see on Twitter goes, yeah, well, I agree, you could lose 4 games in a row playing the kids, right? And everyone on Twitter's like, oh well, at least they're getting experience. But you've got common man Arsenal fan Joe Smith down the boozer that doesn't use social media. He's 50. He's literally like, what's going on here? We've lost 4 games on the bounce playing kids. What? Like, why aren't we trying anymore?
Yeah. Why about me? I'm playing. Why am William playing?
Yeah,
Bants.
I mean,
Bants about the William.
yeah, bants about Saliba, but let's not go into it.
No, we'll knock something else out instead.
Yeah.
But, if you haven't seen, I'm sure you'll be able to find it somewhere on Twitter.
I wouldn't necessarily like try and get people to go find it, because the last time he played for France, he was like 16. So everyone's saying that the alleged video is like minors. So like, don't
really?
go look at it.
I thought the video was a recent thing.
No, it's not. It's not. It's just resurfaced.
Oh Lord. Well, that's interesting. Do not search that. You will get into a lot of
don't
trouble.
go and find it.
Do not go and find it. And if you did, you did not hear it from TUTF Football. We are distancing ourselves as much as Arsenal as a football club are distancing themselves away from the top 4.
To top you off.
To top you off. But nah, I just think like Arsenal. The thing is, I look at Arsenal's squad here, and it's not actually that bad. It's actually quite a good squad. It's
a very good squad.
Yeah, but like it's just the issue of certain players not performing, certain players not wanting to be a part of what's going forwards, and questions asked to the manager. The situation is, if Arsenal decide to down all tools in the league and then go all out for the Europa League and do not win it and come like 9th or 10th, where does that leave Arsenal Football Club? And where does that leave Arteta? Now, I've never been a big fan of Arteta in the first place. I didn't want him at the club. I will do my best to back him, but it's very difficult to support a person, not the club, because I'm an Arsenal fan. Yes, I'm wearing a Leverkusen shirt, do what I want. But I will support my club through thick and thin. Just like I will support the company I work for thick and thin. But if there's someone at the company that I don't like or I don't want to be there, I can't back that person. So I will support them when I can, when necessary, but to give them my full backing is a different story altogether.
I fully hear what you're saying, because I had absolutely 0 time for Van Gaal or Jose at United. And I was constantly, oh, well, you're not a fan of the club. If you don't support us when we're losing, you can't support us when we're winning. And it's like, no, it's not a case of that. Like you just said, I'll follow the club through thick and thin. Everyone knows the levels of my United fandom are embarrassing at times. So I definitely love the club. But like you said, you don't always have to like your manager. You don't always have to like who. Like I back them. I wanted Mourinho and I wanted Van Gaal to do well, but you don't have to like their style of football. You don't have to like the way they handle things. I mean, when United got Van Gaal, I know it sounds like I'm just dragging it onto United, but when United signed Van Gaal, like he just come off the back of that World Cup, like changing the goalkeepers, and this guy, he sounded like a right character, and he came in, and it was funny for all of about 3 weeks. And then I was already like, oh, God, I can't be bothered with this. Mourinho came in and was instantly, within about a week or two, whinging and moaning and stuff and treating players like shit. And I was like, right, I'm already done with this. So, again, I know how you feel. Like, you don't have to trust the process. You don't have to... you can still follow your club.
Getting banded about. Trust the process. I ain't seeing much. And like,
but then you'll be labelled.
The thing is, what annoys me actually is when Arsenal are winning games, I don't think we're looking that great. We look great for 20 minutes of that game when we take the lead and go 2-0 up, and then that's it. But it's the games that we're losing recently that we actually look all right. The Southampton game in the FA Cup, If that was a 3-0 win, played exactly the same way, I'd be well chuffed with that result. Wolves, we lost 2-1. Acrimonious circumstances, fully aware of that. But once again, if that game finished 3-0 in favour of Arsenal, I'd be like, that's a bloody good result. We played bloody well. And then the same against Villa. As soon as we went 1-0 down, we sorted ourselves out a little bit at the back and we were going forwards. We were making things happen, just couldn't find the back of the net. Performance-wise, once again, really happy. Just annoying about the result. I'm really, really hacked off about the result. That's 3 games on 3 and 4, 3 and 5 games where we have lost, but look better than when we have won. But a lot of Arsenal fans can't see past the result, and it's just like, right, okay, it's Mike Dean's fault, and this, that, and the other. No, it's not. No, it's not their fault. How many times do we hit the bar or hit the post or put one straight at the keeper or
Wolves game? You should have been 3-0 up,
pick the wrong pass. Should have been 4-0 up. Should have been 4-0 up. We had a goal disallowed correctly. Then we hit the post, scored a goal, hit the bar, and one was tapped around the post. And they were all should have been goals. It's not just opportunities to score. They all should have been goals. Yeah. Next thing you know, man down, 2-1 down, second man down. Do you know what I mean? It's like, well, ugh. And even then, even when we were down to 9 men, there was 2 opportunities where Arsenal could have picked up a point, and good, clear-cut opportunities as well. You know what I mean? So you got to look at the performance as a whole. Ignore the score. Almost like when you under 12s and 13s nowadays, where you don't play to win, you play to take part. But like, I'm looking at the performance as a whole, and I'm thinking, yeah, that was a bloody good performance. We didn't win the game. We need more of that mentality and learn how to put the ball back in the net. That's what it is. And now we've got Leeds at the weekend that played the best football in the league, which everyone knows. You mentioned about United though, and McSauce again doing bits.
Yes.
Wow.
I want to touch on this just for 2 seconds, and obviously regular listeners and watchers of the show know I absolutely love McTominay. I have from the minute he played his first game. It was Mourinho that used him as well. The minute I saw this guy, I was just like, oh, he's proper United through and through. And I know a lot of hate gets leveled against him because he's not a fancy player and he's not a fancy name. They're like, oh, he's a passion merchant. Oh, great, he runs around fast for 90 minutes and doesn't actually do much.
In all the big games.
Listen, Scott, I'm going to say it right now. Scott McTominay is top 3 box-to-box players in the Premier League right now. Like, I will hear nothing of it. And the thing is, everyone keeps...
Who's the 2 you put above him?
I was being generous and not trying to not be biased by saying top 3. I don't know.
Who's the 2 below him then?
Actually, box to box, like...
It's not many of them.
It's not many better. Yeah.
I think he's a complete... I think he is the most... he's the most complete British midfielder.
But here's the thing, right? Whenever people see him in the lineup, they see McTominay and Fred and they go, oh, bloody hell, 2 defensive midfielders. He's not defensive. He can tackle well and he gets backwards and forwards, but he's not necessarily... He scored 3 goals in his last 3 games. He's got a good record.
Goals this season.
Yeah, like, he has more goals than Aubameyang, doesn't he?
But McTominay...
But yeah, honestly, and I bum him off anyway, but I think he's properly coming into his own, and I would really prefer to see that armband on him rather than Maguire. Maguire had a good game against West Ham, although there was not much to do. But yeah, McSauce.
He got dug out on socials still in that game against West Ham.
Oh, no, do you know why? Do you know why he got dug out? Because there was that one pass that he played, and I think it was Fred kind of was on his heels and it went out for a throw-in, and that was it. Everyone just ignored the fact that he had a quality game, and it was... But that's what football is these days now. It's Twitter, isn't it? Literally, that one clip, no one cares about the rest of the game. I mean, I didn't care about the rest of that game. That game was honestly tortuous, man. The thing is, United had like 65% of the ball, right, for the whole game. And I was bored watching it, and we had all the ball, and it was all us attacking, right? I was honestly sat there thinking, what is a West Ham fan doing at home right now watching this game? Because I'm not going to lie to you, yeah, most of that game, I'm sat there, I was like, having a beer, just looking at my phone, watching it for 4 or 5 minutes, and looking back at my phone. And that was when we had the ball. So what were West Ham fans doing when they're just defending, playing a 6-4, which I understand, like it's cup competition or whatever, but like as a neutral, did you watch that game?
Well, me, I was too busy winning a darts tournament last night.
Well, there you go. You were better off.
Hit 180 in the final,
honestly.
153. Happy with that.
Congratulations. But yeah, honestly, it was Moyes coming back to United to prove a point. And it's just, I know they were missing Antonio, but you can't just pin it all on one player. And the form West Ham are in at the minute, right? I genuinely thought, right, this is going to be a ding dong. I thought it was going to be what Everton Tottenham was tonight. I thought it was going to be, Christ, this is going to be scrappy do. But no, it was
West Ham when they play against the big clubs, they crumble and they go within themselves. They won't. They don't have the passion or the desire to give them a go. Whereas if you look at all the teams that are, like sort of like bottom end of the table sort of thing. Oh, let's say for instance Brighton. We know Brighton play lovely football anyway, but you look at Brighton and they play expansive football, and they couldn't care less who they're playing against. Look, they only just missed out on a point against Man United, where arguably for the run of the game should have won it. They lost against Arsenal, but they looked comfortable and they looked good on the ball at all times. They beat Liverpool, and they were arguably dominant in that game. And then City, like they are a bloody good football side. Brighton, they just don't have a decent striker. If they had a decent striker, because they get balls in the box, they've got players running off others. So if you had a decent striker, one who can hold a ball up or another one who could just finish, the man who can hold the ball up can bring players in. Bring in my boy Solly March. I love him.
Glenn Murray's at Forest now. That's how I was thinking. Like, what are you on about? They got Glenn Murray, but no, he's at Forest. Yeah, but I just thought it was.
So West Ham need to take a leaf out of their book. That's what I'm sort of trying to say.
Yeah, they need. I mean, I was going to say they need to get another striker, a decent striker, but I mean, they brought Haller and shipped him off already, which I thought that's crazy to get rid of him as quickly as they did. Because Antonio, whenever Antonio plays, I really like him. I think he's a half decent striker, right? A half decent striker. But I don't know if it's because it's English or it's the Roy of the Rovers like story. But the commentators, every time he touches the ball, it's like, oh, it's crazy that Antonio's leading the line for West Ham. 10 years ago, he was playing non-league football. Mate, it's like most of these players were. Like, I know it's like a great story. Like he came up and he was barely playing at Forest and this, that, and the other year. He's a half decent striker. I wouldn't necessarily want him leading my line. Like if he's going to come off, if I had him on the bench,
he's at the right club. He is at the right.
Yeah,
club.
Exactly. Yeah, but they could have a better striker. I mean, the West Ham have a ridiculous squad. There is some mate. Why is Lanzini just being like left to rot? Like that guy,
Yarmolenko, like.
Yarmolenko signed for West Ham and it blew my. Do you remember? I even texted you on that day and I was actually like. I was like Yarmolenko,
caps as well.
Like the geezer, everyone in Europe wanted Yarmolenko for ages, and West Ham signed him, and I was like, "Wow, like, that's big!" Like
season before, remember? Season before,
yeah. And like so they've got Yarmolenko, they've got Lanzini, like they've got Declan Rice, they've got good players, but I just don't. I mean, they bought is it Benrahma? From
Bradford, that's a done deal now. It's a permanent.
Oh permanent. Well, they made it permanent last week, didn't they, or the week before? But they even don't let him kind of play to it. Like they don't just unleash him. He looks so shackled in that team. But I guess it's just fault. I'll always blame Moyes for bad football. Like I'll always do it. Like, but again, look at the game. I know it's a cup game. Well, I say I know it's a cup game, but then surely you want to knock United out of the cup. Like they were just so negative in that game. It literally was like playing like a 6-4. It was painful. I mean, we didn't do enough to break down. Well, we did actually. Another thing I want to touch on that I'm just absolutely like ripping my hair out. What's left? Marcus Rashford.
That's a lovely mohawk that you got going on there.
my shaved in lockdown mullet.
man.
Marcus Rashford at the minute. His one-on-ones are actually making me want to drink every day. Like again in that game, he's one-on-one with the keeper. Yeah, chuck it either side of him, it's a goal, and he hits it straight at him. And it's just so frustrating because that changes the game on 60 minutes or whatever it was. Because then West Ham have to come out of their shell. They open spaces, we get in. Even the last minute of the game, Martial did the same thing. He's through one-on-one, and I'm like, right, come on, for your confidence, lad. The keeper comes out in the middle of the goal to him, yeah, tuck it either side, straight at him, literally straight to him, and I was just like, right, I love Rashford.
Got to do this for half hour.
Yeah, I love well, no, that Martial one was at the end of extra time. I love Rashford.
It was, yeah.
I love Rashford, but his finishing, like, it's not even just his finishing, it's his decision making at the minute. Again, we've seen it so many times this year where I don't know where it comes from, but everyone just wants to pass the ball across the box for someone to tap into on the line rather than someone just shooting, and it's driving me mental. But can't always score 1,000 goals, can we? But
Donny
speaking of goals,
Van der Beek. I was going to say Donny
yeah.
Van der Beek. He featured he came off on 64 minutes or something like that. Everyone's asking for him to get more game time.
Why?
Obviously, I was playing my darts tournament, but I had it on my iPad. Like where my hockey was where the iPad was. So every time I took the darts out the board, I was having a look to see what was going on there. I didn't really give a shit what they were on, to be honest, because I was confident in my ability. But I went back and I was looking at the hockey where the iPad was, watching some of the game. I weren't inspired by him. And it's annoying because, you know, I watch bits and bobs of Dutch football. I like Donny van den Beek. From everything that I've seen when he's been over at Ajax, he's been a bloody good player. He can play in the 6, the 8, the 10. He's uber comfortable on the ball. He's got great range of passing. It's a nice little engine on him. It's not working at United, but he's not getting any game time to prove it. But the issue is,
but he is.
Yeah, but he's not. He's not starting 5 games on the spin. Or something like that.
Mate, with performances. But here's the thing: from the outside looking in, right? People that don't watch like the full 90 minutes of United or whatever, it's easy for like people on TalkSport. They're going, "Oh well, he's just not getting the games, and it's a shame." Mate, he's had games, right? He's had even when he's had blocks of hours in games. That's enough time to show people what you are. The performances he's putting in are the reason that he's not then being picked for the next game. He wasn't good enough yesterday. At all. Like, there's no bones about it. He lost, like, he's just. I was talking to my friend Anthony about it, and I think he shares the same opinion of me. I think it was just the move was maybe a little bit too soon, and it does happen to players when they join United, right? It happened to Mkhitaryan, it happened to Sanchez, it's happened to a few players where they're like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna go play for Man United. Like, I'm gonna go play at Old Trafford. Like, this is crazy," and then they get there and their ass falls out, and that's like Donny at the minute. I don't think it's necessarily anyone's fault, but it does. Sometimes the occasions do look like they're way too big for him. Like he's not playing the way he played at Ajax. But we've said before as well. Look at the players that are in form at the minute: McTominay, Fred, Bruno, Pogba. Where's he fitting? He ain't getting in the team. You can't
just shoot on people.
Exactly. You can't feel sorry for everyone and give them a game. Otherwise, I'll be playing up front for him. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can't do it. And going forward, people are already talking about him leaving in the summer and it already being over for him, which I think is a bit of an overreaction.
Yeah, it's a bit of overreaction. But then, you know, we've seen overreactions from United before. Do you reckon United win the trophy this year?
Yeah, win a trophy, yeah.
Yeah. Barcelona are not winning the trophy this year.
Barcelona are not winning the trophy again this year by the looks of it. Unless they, well, I say they're not going to win the Champions League. Their squad's done. They're done. They lost 2-0.
Imagine if they win the Champions League and Martin Braithwaite will have more Champions League winners medals than Dennis Bergkamp.
No.
Oh,
not having it. But yeah, Barca, they lost 2-0 again tonight. against Sevilla in the Copa del Rey. Copa del Rey. It's 2 legs. I think that was the first leg. Either way, I don't think they'll turn it around. They're not having a good. Excuse me. They're not having a good time in the league either. They are. I mean,
points behind Atletico.
8 points behind Atletico have a game in hand.
Well, exactly. And Atletico striker.
I was going to say, yeah.
Is who?
Their striker is top goal scorer of the league, Luis Suarez.
Why don't they let him go?
Let him go to right. So Atletico Madrid, yeah, are literally even when Real Madrid or Barca finish 1-2, Atletico are third, and they're notorious, right, for they don't concede goals and they're not scoring enough. It has been the problem. They tried Morata, they tried Costa. All they needed was someone that was going to score goals consistently. So why have Barcelona gone? Yeah, you have him, mate. Don't worry about it. Honestly, it's baffling.
Let him go. Make him go to China or France or somewhere. And if you are going to keep him in Spain, send him to Leganes or Valladolid or Sociedad. Don't send him to your direct rival. It's such a Serie A 2002 move, isn't it?
But without taking the piss or just being banter, it's like the Van Persie to United deal, but rather than you actually getting money for him because the end of his contract was coming up. Imagine Arsenal just went to United. You have him. We'd just take him off our hands. Just get rid of him, and then we win the league next year. Top goal scorer. It's absolutely crazy. But this really, really is the end of the Messi saga. I think whether he goes elsewhere and still does a little bit like Ronaldo's done, I don't know. But this is, which is quite sad actually. This is the Messi Barcelona era coming to a shuddering end. I said we had a show about it when he put in his transfer request, and I said they should have just sold him there and then, because if he doesn't want to be there, then what's the point? Start rebuilding, and they've got a massive rebuilding job to do. And whatever's next for Messi, it won't be to the standards that he has been for the last 10, 15 years, unfortunately.
Very true. Now, I've been watching, chat on the old Twitter and that sort of stuff, and someone's actually got an idea of how to change things for God. Right, before you show this image, right, so what Gavin is talking about, and I'm actually gonna go got full mention again.
It's someone's idea of how to turn Barcelona around, right? So buying players and selling players. Now, all I need to tell you before Gavin tells you the complete stupidity of this, all I need to tell you is this person thinks that buying Mbappe would cost 80 million.
Sorry,
away you go.
How much? So right, because
80 million euros.
Because the thing is, right, this was a snap decision to put this on, so that's why you can see us.
Oh my!
Because I don't normally and everyone knows I'm a bit of a stickler for that. I like it on the full screen. But how to fix Barcelona?
Can we not do that?
Is to I can't.
No.
Yeah, so I have to put it in the right resolution. Not to worry.
That's all right.
Life continues. Oh, can you do that? No.
Well, there we go. We're there. Move over to the side a little bit.
Hey, yes. So basically, sell Jordi Alba for 45 million. That's irrelevant, Stephen. That's irrelevant.
This is hold on. This is FIFA 2003, where you didn't even need to put a player on the transfer market. You just click sold and you'd get X amount of money for him straight away. You didn't need a deal. It was just yeah. So just
there's
trade
still a number of players here. There's still a number of players here.
Go into the football CX.
Samuel and Titi, 40 million euros. Sergio Busquets, 35 million euros. Martin Braithwaite, 20 million euros.
I've just seen that Coutinho.
Philip Coutinho. Philip Coutinho, 150 million euros. So that's
To
going to
where?
fix. What? I don't know yet.
To where?
Oh,
So
God.
hold on, Coutinho, you're going to get double for Coutinho what you're going to buy Mbappe for.
Okay.
Fuck, who's your accountant?
So they're going to buy.
Oh
Kylian
my God.
Mbappe for 80 million euros. Erling 60 million euros. Neymar for 120 million euros. Theo Hernandez for 35 million euros.
Ah!
Giorgio Chiellini for 55 million euros. And Phil Foden for just 30 million. Nice and cheap. So the lineup will look like this. So Ter Stegen between sticks, fair play, kept hold of him. Well done, Barcelona, for keeping hold of him. Theo Hernandez, a left back. Chiellini and Gerard Piqué, because Piqué staying.
PK survives the cut, does he? Okay.
Yeah, and so does Sergio Roberto. Sergio Roberto, he survived the cut. So fair play, best right back in the world. Holding, sorry, 1 second. Holding is Frankie de Jong. And then a midfield four, left to right, of Neymar, Griezmann, Messi, and Mbappe. And up front is Erling Haaland, and that will fix everything that is happening.
No, right.
At Barcelona.
Gav, bring the shopping list back up, please. There's a few I want to talk about. There was a few in here that absolutely slay me, right? And Mbappe for 80 million isn't even in the top 5 dumbest valuations on here, right? It's not even anywhere near. First of all, Coutinho for 150 million. Let's not waste any more time talking about that because that's bollocks. He wasn't even worth that when he was at Liverpool, right? There's some of these are absolutely killing me. Theo Hernandez, who's one of the best left backs in Europe right now, AC Milan lot, top of the league, 35 million euros. Okay, top deal. Phil Foden for 30 million euros.
Is this the Phil Foden? Right, which Phil Foden we talked about? Are we talking about the Phil Foden from the show from 2 years ago, or Phil Foden?
Either. You wouldn't have even got him for 30 million, mate, because he's English. Honestly. Like, you wouldn't have even got Ben Foden from the Saints for 30 million euros. Like, so that one, another one that is absolutely seeing me off. Right, let me get this up real quick before I like over exaggerate. But
is this on the buy or the sell?
Buy.
On the buy.
Buy.
Right, okay. Are you going?
I just want to get an age. There we go. So let me get this right. Stop it. So, 36-year-old Giorgio Chiellini is 55 million euros.
AC Milan will pay it again. Pay it now. Do you know what I mean? It's like we had Bonucci, didn't work. Right, fuck it. Let's just go get Chiellini instead.
Haaland for 60 million. Like what? And these are euros as well, man. Like, but who is buying them Titty for 40 mil? Who's buying Busquets? Well, like how? Busquets is 78 as well. Like. People on Twitter are just it's a strange place, man. It's a real strange place. But at least that has made me laugh. Like that's made me almost cry, which is nice. Need that little bit of a boost this week.
Happy days, right? Right. I'll tell you one thing that is going to make me cry. I ain't got much time left. So I know.
Can I guess what it is?
In a bit. You guess, and if it's not, then we'll be like, yes, it was.
Is it you talking about how good Patrick Bamford's been?
I'm actually right. I'm not going to lie. It actually was going to be that because I'm going to say, ran a couple of polls on the old tweet face recently, and you know, Sammy Watkins. I'm commiserating.
Wasn't he the young kid from Fireman Sam?
No, Sammy Watkins is a wide receiver for the Kansas City Chiefs who didn't win at the weekend, which I'm still bitter about. Fucking referees. Anyway, that's not the reason why we lost. Anyway, Ollie Watkins is more. That's more like it. It is for Aston Villa. That's correct. He's 25 years old. He is doing bits in the Premier League. Let's be honest. You know, he scored 12 goals in the Premier League. Oh no.
What?
Oh no. Oh, we're back.
That's all right.
Oh, bloody hell. I had a bit of a panic then. I thought my Wi-Fi had died. I'll tell you what, we'll keep that bit in.
Might as well. I ain't going all
I
the way.
actually, I just had a power surge. It just kicked the dishwasher out. We'll keep that in. So anyway, Ollie Watkins, he's been doing bits, but Patrick Bamford, we dug him out at the beginning of the season, and do you know what? I still don't rate him all that. But the last few games, he's been putting out some mad moves. He's been looking kind of sick. But it's his post-match. Isn't he like the nicest guy in football at the moment?
No, I don't want to wear it.
Yeah, but
The thing is,
he's so cool, man. He's so like he like backs himself so hard. He picked him in his own fantasy team and that sort of stuff. And mate. I actually fall in love with Patrick Bamford, and I don't want to. You know, like when you accidentally fall into love with someone that you're not meant to, but you end up making them leave their husband and getting with you and having a kid with them. Then
no,
what? What? Don't know what you're talking about. That is exactly what Patrick Bamford is. So sorry, Claire. Looks like you're going to be out the window, and I'm going to get Patrick Bamford.
Do you know what? Not like you said. Like I didn't think he'd score more than 10 goals this season, but. Not to downplay how good he's been, but I think it's the way Leeds play football. I think any half decent target man in that team would score that many goals, if not more. Again, not to downplay what he's done, but the way Leeds play football set up really well for it. He has got quite a few assists as well, but we just don't want to see Bamford going to the Euros because it'd cost one of you about £1,000.
Way too much money. It would cost two at top too much money. But then if you let's take the financials out of it and let's just be honest with ourselves. You've got one space left on the plane for one of two strikers. All the rest of the squad's been picked.
Okay, so we've got no say in who the other ones are.
No, everyone's been picked. They're all the players that we've got. All the players that want. You name a player. If you want them there, they're on the plane.
Okay.
It's on the plane. Probably on the train. Because let's be honest, all our group games are here. So, and so is the semi-final and the final. Anyway, Ollie Watkins or Patrick Bamford?
Ollie Watkins. I don't really think I have to even think about it too much. I think it's Ollie Watkins.
I don't want to pay the money, but I feel like I would have to.
What? Go Bamford?
Everyone else that we want is already on the plane. You name a player that you want to be on the plane, even if it includes 25
strikers.
25. So I was thinking, it's squad of 23, 3 goalkeepers. So 20 strikers. Like you got all the 20 strikers. Fuck goalkeeper. Fuck defenders and midfielders. We're just going to lob everyone wherever we want. You pick 20 strikers if you want. And all 19 of the ones that you want are already on the plane. And you need one more. And one of those just got to come on the plane. And one of them I think I might have to go Bamford.
Well, I'm going Watkins.
And just extend.
What did the poll say?
The poll said Watkins.
Well, there we go. Decided because me and you were at a draw, so the poll has decided. The poll has decided.
Let's have a. I'll tell you what. Why don't we have a quick butch and see while going on the other polls, because let's just double check that that was the case. Watkins. 56% of the vote.
So it's tight. So that's it. That is the tie break between me and you.
Yeah. The other one, we both went with this, I think, with Man United playing in the FA Cup. Is it time for Henderson to get a run of games? You said Dino.
I'm surprised with the numbers of this. I'm surprised how it turned around.
Well, I would say turned around. It was pretty one way for a long time. I think it was a couple of lovers that came back.
Yeah, it finished 70-30 in Hendo's favour. But at one point it was about 14 votes and it was at 100% to give it to Dino, 0% for De Gea. So I'm even surprised that De Gea got that many. But I think scraping through the game without any fuss against West Ham. I think it's kind of taken the heat off like De Gea from the weekend. I bet that you watch De Gea starts on Sunday again.
Yeah, he probably will. And then currently there's a poll going on, but by the time this broadcast would have gone out, it would have finished. So it's a bit weird talking about it, but I'm going to talk about it anyway. And then the chat about Lukaku potentially going to Man City. Would the move be good for Lukaku? Yes or no? Great move, don't think about it. And currently it's 59% in favour of great move.
Right, those 59% of people must be playing FIFA or something, right? Could you imagine a player that Pep Guardiola would hate more than Lukaku? Like, he didn't want to play Lewandowski at Bayern, for God's sake, because he isn't, like, big target man. Like, in what world does Pep want to play 6'2", no touch, no link up? Well, not no link up play, but other than playing people in with his back to goal, like what would Lukaku offer to a Pep team other than someone to cross to?
I'd be able to feed it out to Sterling and Foden.
No way. Pep would hate that.
Well, to be honest, Kane would do a better job of that. He would.
Yeah, he would, and probably cost less at the minute as well.
Oh, I don't know about that. Is that?
Before we, yeah, it's almost, but did you know? Not if you put no. Did you know currently? Just thought I should let you know this. So,
Botafogo are beating Nacional 3-0 or something. What are you going to tell me?
Are they actually? No, I don't know.
No, I don't know. It's like 4:00 in the morning, so I don't know.
Well, not here in Botafogo, it might be.
It might be. But that'd be the other way around. It actually be 10, but still. Should we? What's he doing? I'm just gonna pick 3 random games that are happening right now and give a report on it. So, oh my god, I can pronounce this. Oh my god, they've got to they're taking the piss, aren't they? Right. So
do you remember when we had
River Plate are leading 1-0 against Defensores Pronunciamento. So it's like, how am I going to pronounce it? It's got pronounce in it.
Pronounce it, yeah.
And Corinthians, they took an early lead against Atletico Paranaense with a goal from somebody. And it's still 0-0 elsewhere, including Fluminense versus Atletico Mineiro, Torque versus Nacional de Football, and Sao Paulo versus Sierra. This beat is automatic, supersonic, hypnotic, funky fresh.
Do you know what? There has been some teams that have had my heart over the last few years because of it's 3:00 in the afternoon and Paraguayan football's on. One of them is one of my favourites is General Diaz. Now, if that is literally not a dictator that has a football team, I don't want to know anymore.
Right, we've got a mad love for Chicken Inn FC.
Chicken Inn, when they played Black Rhinos, was the best game ever that wasn't in the Premier League.
Chicken Inn still haven't sent us a shirt, and I've messaged them and I've emailed them and I've spoken to them on Facebook Messenger and stuff, and we're trying to make stuff happen, and they still haven't sent us a shirt. So do you know what, Chicken Inn FC?
Whoa! Don't say it.
No, if you don't send us a shirt soon, which we're happy to pay for, we're going to support these instead.
Not the Kakamega Homeboys, no!
Yeah, they're currently 11th in the Kenyan Premier League. And if you don't send us a shirt, we're going to support them.
Oh, my God. Yeah, so just so you know, we're not literally talking about like a chicken shop on the Wally Road. Chicken Inn from Zimbabwe?
Yeah, Zimbabwe, yeah.
Yeah, Chicken Inn are from Zimbabwe, and they're an absolute bad boy football team. They are in, where's the league? Let me see if I can really quickly get that up, because the Zimbabwean Premier League has some of the best names. Zimbabwe Premier League. The Black Rhinos, I know that. Here we go. We've got them. So we've got Dynamos FC, Highlanders, FC Platinum, Caps United, Chicken Inn, Chapungu United. Where's Black Rhinos gone? Black Rhinos FC. There we go. Triangle United. How Mine. Bantu. Motor Action FC. Oh my god! Right, Gav. I'm going to screenshot you this. Right, and send it to you, and you've got to get this on the screen as quick as possible, right?
We'll
This
let
is
it play us out.
This is unbelievable that this is a team in Zimbabwe. Right, you know how like if you went down to the market on a Sunday, you could buy a Sony Play unit too, like, and you know it's a knockoff, right?
Have you sent it?
I'm about to. This is unbelievable.
Oh my God.
Is that not a Sony Playbot too? That is the Lidl version. Like Lidl are so close. Their rappers and their product wrappers and stuff are so close to the real thing.
Right.
That is unbelievable.
Oh my God. Right. Okay. Let's get. I think that's going to be enough to let us go after that, because I don't think you get any better than that.
Yeah. Right. Chicken in. Here's chicken in. If you don't send us the shirts, we're going to sponsor these boys.
Yeah, and I know that these lot will send it, and if not, obviously we're gonna get a shirt from these boys. Obviously, the Kakamega Homeboys. And
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I want a Kakamega Homeboys shirt anyway.
Oh yeah, me too. I think I want it now. I'm just waiting for the other one to load. So like, it's Kakamega Homeboys or these lot. Are you gonna load?
Kakamega Homeboys are actually on SofaScore as well.
Yeah, of course they are. I told you they're 11th in the
they beat Nairobi City Stars FC.
Oh fucking hell! The City Derby, innit?
When was the 6th? Oh, so last week the Kakamega Homeboys beat Nairobi City. That's incredible, and they were even money as well.
I don't care about the money. It's about the support for the club, Stephen. You know, like, there's much bigger things, with Kakamega Homeboys that we deserve. So, what is the other one? Right, okay, this is it.
You little
Maurice. Right. Gunners FC. Gunners FC. That is the club.
Look at that little Arsenal badge. But how have they not been sued over that?
Well, it's not a thing, is it? You know what I mean? But that'll do for us. You'll be able to listen to us whenever you like. You can watch us back whenever you like as well. But of course, you can subscribe and follow us on all social media platform at TUTF Football on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram at TUTF Football. Before I go, big shout out to a couple of pods. I'm going to give a shout to TFB Dugout, doing a bit of work with them. They do a bit of work with us. We love it. That's love. And also 4M1T. We are 4 Manx 1 Toffee. Big shout out to all the boys there. We've been doing pods and stuff with them as well, like, squeezing in between. So it's all about mad love. Let's all grow together, all that sort of shit. But of course, did you know if put TUTF into food? Oh, should we start that again? Did you know if you put TUTF into Google, our name comes up first?
Mauro out. Go on. Talk us out, Mauro. Go on. There we go. Yeah, well done. Good luck.
Yeah. Good talking, Mauro. Good talking.
Yeah, good. Now he's biting me.